This is the Ryder and Lisa replay.
Brought to you by Action Furnace. Fixed right or it's free.
Ed Sheeran teased some new music. Here's a little bit of that.
Oh, I keep dancing with my eyes closed. Oh, I keep dancing with my...
Yeah, it kind of sounds like trying to get a car started that's not working in the winter. You know what, though, Ed Sheeran? Like, I think he's just figured out how to write a hit song.
That's exactly right. He knows how to tug at the heartstrings, that's for sure.
And, like, he's got the talent to back it up, too. So you just know every song that he releases is going to be massive. Yeah. And I think that one's going to be very good, too. Pretty wild piece of information we just came across that Connor Bedard, who will go number 1 in this year's NHL entry draft, has never tried fast food in his life.
Any of it. Nothing.
Like, what?
As soon as he gets drafted to an NHL team, I am going to watch him. And when he scores a goal, I'm throwing him a McDonald's cheeseburger. He deserves it.
You think he's going to eat? His first ever experience with fast food will be when a random fan throws a cheeseburger at him on the ice. I doubt that'll be a thing. I bet there are some NHL players that have a good sense of humor that after a win, if you threw him a cheeseburger, they'd take a bite, but not him.
Do you think that this is cruel of his parents? Like, this is definitely a rule that was in their house, because now I'm getting vibes that since the day that kid was born, they were like, you're going to be an NHL player.
Well, you'd think he would have grown to be a bit bigger then. He's not a big guy. Like,
what do you mean?
Well, if he's got this perfect diet. I mean, here's an example. I have 2 buddies that are brothers. One of them ate a very good diet growing up. You know, a nice, well-balanced diet. He's about 5'11". His brother ate nothing but concentrate frozen juice containers and chicken fingers, and he's about 5'6".
I don't know if chicken fingers and concentrated juice, frozen juice, stunts growth.
Well, he didn't have any broccoli to help him grow, is what I'm saying. So
I think it's genetics.
They're brothers.
Okay, anyway. So Connor Bedard has never had a cheeseburger. He's never had a post-bar chicken nugget.
Well, he's probably not spending a lot of time in the bar. First of all, he's underage.
Oh.
Secondly, he looks underage. Third, he's a prodigy in hockey.
I wonder what his diet is. Now I need to know. Now I'm being nosy.
Mm-hmm. It would just be like chicken breasts and
This
rice.
guy probably cries in the shower every day.
That he's going to make $12 million a year within 3 years?
Do you think when Tom Brady and Giselle broke up, he just went to town at Arby's?
No, I bet he went to town with something else.
That's good. Yeah, I'm definitely throwing a cheeseburger at him. How can you resist?
Yeah, it's actually pretty wild.
How does he handle being around people? Does he not surround himself with people that indulge in a milkshake every once in a while?
I think even, let's say, 10, 15 years ago, it was a different world. Like, I think these hockey players now have to take, these potential professional athletes have to take everything so seriously.
Because there's so many more people on Earth that you're competing with.
Yeah. Like, I heard a story about junior hockey players and like going into an entry draft, and one of the scouts found out the kid vaped, and he dropped down 35 spots in the draft.
Whoa.
Because word got around that this kid vaped. So that's how serious they take their health. So I guess. But how do you avoid it your whole life? You didn't go to a birthday party at McDonald's when you were 9?
That's exactly right. So Connor Bedard just didn't have a childhood.
It seems strange.
His parents were just training him. He had to do like dry land.
When he's from I think he's from Surrey or somewhere close to Vancouver. It's not like he grew up. I have some friends that grew up in rural Saskatchewan who had never had fast food growing up.
Because it wasn't available.
It wasn't available, exactly. But he doesn't even have that as an excuse. It is pretty strange.
It's really weird. I bet he snuck out and had something.
So you think he's lying just like to save face with his parents right now?
I think his parents don't know the truth. He's got to rebel in some way.
780-784-7107. What is something that people are very surprised when they find out you've never even tried?
Ooh, that's a good question.
We're joined by Jen. What have you never tried?
Well, I've never tried pickles.
You've never lived.
Yeah, I have like a pickle aversion. Like I can't even like look at them or have them on my grilled cheese sandwich. Like if they put it on my grilled cheese sandwich, I'm disgusted.
Like on the plate.
Or like, when
like
they
if the
stick it there
juice
with
gets anywhere near.
Oh, okay. So
my
what about
sandwich.
a cucumber? Are you okay with cucumbers?
Yes.
And are you okay with vinegar in other settings?
Yeah.
Okay, you need to get over this.
No, it's like the floating in the liquid, all the little pieces.
If you had to have a
disgusting.
pickle, would you go with a sweet pickle or a dill pickle?
Oh, neither. I would probably gag.
I'd suggest a Polski Ogórki.
Oh,
That's a good one to
She's
get
just, like,
rolling.
getting
I'm
sick.
gagging just like you guys talk.
Really? What about, I know this is a strange question, but what about like cartoon pickles? Do they even mess with you or are they fine?
No, they're okay.
What
Okay.
about dill pickle chips?
Yeah, those are okay.
Interesting.
I guess the like floating in the liquid.
Yeah, the
that
wetness of it.
seems a little weird.
Yeah, and then like if anybody mentions or shows me pickle soup, I'm like off the rails.
Oh, it's so good.
I will agree. Pickle soup is kind of nasty.
I can actually hear it in your voice that like you're
Yeah, we
on the
should
verge
probably-
of gagging. We're
we
gonna let
should
you
change
go.
the subject or let her go. Thank you, Jen. Have a great weekend.
Okay.
Polski Ogórki, don't forget.
She's like throwing up outside her car window.
That's hilarious.
Oh my gosh, Cassie just wrote in saying, I'm 33 years old and I've never had a Reese peanut butter cup or any peanut butter. You better have an allergy.
Yeah. I like that you're hoping somebody has an allergy, but it is all that
That's the
makes
only
sense.
excuse. It's the only excuse.
I don't get these.
No, like Nick saying, I've never had a Coca-Cola in my entire life or any cola beverage.
I guess this is a very extreme example. I've never tried cocaine, and it's because I was just afraid that I'd like it. And I saw the path that some other people had ended up on when they like it.
Mm-hmm.
So I just was like, nope, never going to try it. Maybe that's the case with like Connor Bedard and fast food.
No, he was absolutely told as a child, you're going to be in the NHL. You're never touching fast food.
Okay, but or what about Nick? Just saying like, I'm never going to have a pop. That way I don't know what I'm missing.
Yeah, they are saying if you're drinking Diet Coke, you should probably stop. It's going to give you dementia.
You look at all the like things on the ingredient list and you're like, wow, none of these should be in me.
I don't know how to pronounce anything on this
Yeah.
list. Amanda says she's never tried Taco Bell. Well, it's impossible to find them. They're so far away.
No.
Yes, there's no Taco Bells close to us. Everyone listening right now, there's nobody listening right now has a Taco Bell within 20 minutes of their house. And if I became a politician, that'd be the first thing that I would say. I'd say, we are putting more Taco Bells on each corner.
They actually, Taco Bell has decided that they're doing that. They're going to launch a bunch of new franchises.
Well, they got that from me. They looked into the notes section of my phone and they copied it from me. Jordan says, I've never had anything coconut. The smell makes me want to throw up. Well, you need to grow up because as soon as you're an adult, that's when you start to appreciate coconut. What are they called? Coconut.
I have no idea what you're
What's
talking
the
about.
word? The little
Coconut shredded coconut.
shredded coconut.
Okay,
Thank you.
all right.
You'll enjoy Bounty one day.
That's true. It is funny that some things as a kid you're like, no way. Like mustard for me was just a no-go as a kid. And now
Love it.
I'd probably take it as my favorite condiment.
It's got 0 calories.
Instead of Diet Coke, I should just be chugging stirred.
We need to talk about Jeff. Can we just circle back to Jeff's text? Hi, I'm 48. I've never had a coffee or a beer in my whole life. Somebody wrote in saying, are you sure Jeff's not 7? Because I know majority of 7-year-olds have never had a coffee or a beer.
Cassie says deathly allergic to nuts. That's why she hasn't had a Reese's peanut butter cup. That one makes sense to me.
But that's worth the needle, the EpiPen.
Just to try one? Lisa, don't
What?
tell people that.
Well, it's a Reese cup. Come on.
780-784-7107. Nigel says he's never tried pho, which is a crime.
What the fuck? Now we're having everyone coming through on the text line saying that the amount of minutes it takes to get them to a Taco Bell.
That's what that is? I saw a bunch of numbers, 7 minutes. I didn't know what people were talking about. I love our text line. Thanks for all the calls and texts on this. Welcome to International Day of the Bagpipe.
What are we going to do to celebrate? You didn't bring your bagpipes in.
Well, I don't have bagpipes, but I do have like a
Secret talent.
Little talent, yeah, that I like to bust out once in a while. I can play the bagpipes just with my hands and my throat.
Ryder, you're going to hurt yourself.
Yeah, I actually did almost knock myself out once when I was practicing.
How often do you play the bagpipes with your throat?
Oh, when I was young, I used to do it a lot. Like every time I'd enter a room, I'd pretend like it was a bagpipe was playing me in.
Every day I realized more and more that I would hate you if we went to school together.
I wouldn't have liked you much either, to be honest.
I know.
Plus, you would have been hanging out with all the guys 3 grades older than you. We all know your
that
type.
Is not true. They were 2 grades older. 1 year makes a huge difference.
You were dating the guy that had a Trans Am and would come and just smoke in the back parking lot, wait for you to get off for lunch.
No, they were not Trans Ams. They were trucks. Okay, ready?
Just
You've
getting
got
it ready.
This. Okay, but you're going to have to back up off the mic. The last thing we need is someone tuning into our show for the very first time and then never coming back again.
Do you want me to play what an actual bagpipe sounds like, just for maybe those that are dumb?
Sure.
Really a beautiful instrument. More so outside than inside. If you ever get a chance.
No, it sounds good inside. I remember in elementary, we'd always have somebody come in and play the bagpipes in the gymnasium.
You're just getting ready here. Yeah, but they sound even better outside. The bigger the area, the more they fill the air.
You're making things up. It obviously sounds better in an auditorium.
No, it doesn't. They're meant for outside. Because the Scots would play them outside to celebrate things.
You're telling me there was never a bagpiper in a castle?
I'm sure they started in the castle, but they were going somewhere. Okay, here we go. You ready?
Happy International Bagpipe Day. I hope you're injured.
1K wordplay.
Brought to you by Cal Mustara, your real realtor with Maxwell Progressive.
We are joined by Jay, caller 7, first time through, ready to win some money.
Yeah. How's it going today? How are you? How are you today?
How are
Good.
you?
Good, thank you.
Wow, good conversation, Lise.
Okay. Break down how this works for anyone that's listening who maybe has never heard the 1K wordplay before, Ryder.
Sure. Jay, you're going to pick a teammate, either Lisa or myself. That teammate will leave the room. We're then going to give you 5 words. You tell us the first word that comes to mind for each. You got a 25-second timer for that. Then we'll invite your teammate back in, do the same game with them. And for everyone that matches, it's $25. Hit them all, and it's $1,000. Are you ready to rip?
Yes,
Okay, who are you playing with today?
Ryder.
Nice choice. Okay, so I'm going to start the timer right after I say the first word, okay, Jay?
Okay.
Just got to wait until Ryder's completely out of the room and he can't hear anything because he does not know my 5 words.
Okay.
Jay, what is the first word that comes to your mind when I say church?
Pray.
Cigarette.
Smoke.
Fork.
Spoon.
Wax.
Hair.
Belt.
Buckle.
Buckle. Good answers. Nice and smooth with lots of time left on the clock. Congratulations, Jay. Ryder, are you ready to give away some money on a Friday morning?
Yes. Is it going to be 1,000? I want it to be 1,000.
I really hope so.
Me too.
What would you spend $1,000 on, Jay?
My daughter who's in the car right now.
You'd give her just the grand.
Ooh.
Just give her $1,000.
That'd be amazing. What's your daughter's name?
Rhea.
Hi, Rhea. Little angel. Okay, Ryder, what comes to your mind when I say wax?
I'm going to go with candle.
Hair. Both really good answers. No, so we're not winning a grand, but we can win up to $100 today.
Hair wasn't even my second guess.
Really?
Ear would have been. Because I hang out with you all the time, and
Okay,
you've got a significant amount.
that's enough. What comes to your mind when I say cigarette?
Smoke.
That's correct.
We're rolling.
Ooh.
Fork.
I'm going to say eat.
Spoon was Jay's answer this morning. Church.
Pray?
Yes.
Okay.
$50. Let's go home with $75, okay? Do it for Rhea. Belt.
Belts. Loops.
Oh, buckle was the answer. You know what? What did we go home with today? $50?
Yeah.
That's better than nothing.
That is. Thank you so much.
Thanks
you
for playing.
Have a great weekend, you two.
You too.
Bye. Dang.
Next chance to play is Monday morning at 7:50. $1,000 could be yours. We're talking about ridiculous breakups. It is kind of rare, but possible to break up in a really cool way.
Okay.
Just make sure your radio's turned down in the background. Is this Kaylin calling us back by chance?
No.
Okay. You've got a breakup story for us?
Yeah, I guess so. Sort of like a breakup.
Okay.
I got a new puppy, and it took a lot of training. One day she stopped me and said, listen, it's either me or the dog. I said goodbye.
Thanks for the call. We appreciate it.
Oh, my gosh.
All right. Have a great day.
You too.
Okay, so the reason we thought this was Kaylin, because
We called Kaylin because she texted it.
she texted us, we called her because her story was so funny, and then the phone started ringing as soon as we hung up. So that's why we thought that was Kaylin. But that was a great story.
Yeah, bless his heart.
Yeah.
Kaylin says, morning in junior high, I was dating a guy named Jay. I called him up one day to dump him, asked him to pass the phone to his friend B. I asked B to be my boyfriend, and he said yes. 2 birds, 1 call.
Can you imagine the beef between those guys?
I can't imagine, but I feel like it happened all the time in elementary and junior high. You would dump someone and then start dating their friend. Well, because it's a new friends group, right? Mm-hmm. It's not like you've been friends for 20 years.
You know how our new roommate, Justin, who rents my basement, and I went to school together, right?
Yeah, since you were little.
Yeah.
Both born, raised, Maidstone, Saskatchewan.
Yep. You know how I had that 2-year girlfriend in grade 4, 5, and 6?
The one that you just held hands with, and sometimes you'd go and buy her ice cream.
And her friend who would always tag
And
along.
her friend would always tag along, so you'd have to also buy her ice cream.
My first kiss as well.
Okay.
Yeah, she dumped me for Justin at a school dance.
I could see why.
Yeah,
What?
he's handsome.
He's very handsome.
Yeah,
He's got
okay.
big blue eyes.
No, that's enough. So Tiger Woods was dating a girl for the last little while. She was living with him for the most part. It was very rocky. He asked her to leave. She refused.
Okay.
So fast forward.
I love that, by the way. No.
Right.
Imagine someone tries to dump you and you're just like, no. Actually.
I'm staying. So Tiger needed to do something about it. So he convinced her that they were going to go on a short holiday and meet him at the airport. And then as she pulled out to head to the airport, the lock people rolled in and changed the locks on his house. And by the time she had got to the airport and he had broken up with her officially, she got back and all her stuff was packed and waiting outside. Like, you're not going to choose to move out. I am going to pretend we're going on a vacation and then lock you out.
Wow.
Because apparently he thought that there was no way that he could get her out of the house otherwise, unless it was a vacation. Isn't that a sick move?
Yeah, it's a good move. How about this one? We got a text from another Melissa. There's 2 Melissas listening right now. My ex-boyfriend cheated on me with this girl. She had no idea about me. We found out, we met up, we hit it off really well. We dumped him together, and we decided to start dating.
Like each other?
Yeah.
Wow. Awesome move.
I think that one wins.
Yeah, indeed. Unsung Heroes, where we're giving shout outs to people, places, and things that don't always get the love and admiration that they deserve.
Shout out to all of us having to turn our clocks an hour ahead on Sunday. What a great excuse to nap for 4 hours today and tomorrow and Sunday. Also, can somebody remind me how to switch my car's clock forward? Because I always forget every year.
I think you got to hold both buttons. I don't know, though.
I don't know.
Shout out to all the Darnell Nurse haters who, instead of screaming about how much they hate him, are just mumbling under their stinky breath today after he got the game winner against the best team in the league last night. Mm-hmm. Oh, I love it.
Shout out to people who try to say mean things to me. You know, it's never going to hurt as much as this wire underneath the bra that I got in the sale rack at Superstore. I'm in so much pain.
All the time.
All the time.
Shout out to Vinyl Records, who outsold CDs this year for the first time in over 30 years. Sadly, most of the vinyl was sold to that one friend of yours who won't shut the hell up about their collection nobody cares about.
Hey, you're talking about my parents right now.
No, they're lovely.
My mom has like 3 versions of the exact same Neil Young records. It's weird. Shout out to Jamie Lee Curtis for demanding matinee concerts, 2 p.m. concerts. Yes, can we also add earlier dinners to the list and stand-up comedy shows? Why is the headliner taking the stage at 11 p.m.? I'm tired.
Shout out to the Oscars, Junos, and Time Change this weekend that are all things we should be talking deeply about, but instead we're doing this nonsensical segment where we write a bunch of mediocre jokes and then pretend to laugh at one another.
Hey, mine are actually funny, though.
Yeah, you could say that
Mine
again.
are so good, like this one. Shout out to it being Mario Day because Mar-10 looks like the word Mario. So clever. And a great excuse to throw your banana peel on the road without feeling guilty about it.
Also, shout out to Mario Day.
That's a good one.
Did you know what Mario's overalls are made out of?
Sorry, what was that sentence?
Do you know what Mario's overalls are made of?
Denim, denim, denim.
You don't do that. We don't do that to each other. We don't steal each other's punchlines.
The Ryder and Lisa replay.
Brought to you by Action Furnace. Fixed right or it's free.
Play 107.